Hello again, loyal thumb enthusiasts. Glad to see you back. It is I, Matty Three Thumbs, here again with you with some more nonsense. This video is going to be about my gamer card. Wait, my gamer card. That's not it either. My gamer card. That's my library card. My gamer card! Seriously though, this is about my gamer card. This is what I consider to be the good games that I like to play, the things that I like to do, not what other people tell me that I'm supposed to do, not what my friends tell me that I'm supposed to do. This is what I choose to believe is my personal viewpoints. Here we go. Finally, we get to it. This is what I think about the games that I love. This is why I play video games. Some of this nonsense. Here we go. So I've got friends that have recently told me that because I have not played completely through Final Fantasy VII, I know I can see you typing nasty stuff in the comments already. Because I have not completely played through Final Fantasy VII already, I am not technically a gamer. That does not qualify me to be a gamer. I are going to pull my gamer card. They're going to pull my gamer card if I don't play Final Fantasy VII all the way through. Now I own it. I've played it many times, never gotten all the way through all of the discs. I'm sorry, I've got a life, I've got stuff to do, I've got bills to pay, I've got a job to go to, I've got a wife. I'm married. Can you believe this? I'm married. I've had friends tell me that because I've not played Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, they're going to pull my gamer card because I am missing out on one of the integral parts of the best games that there ever was. I get that, I understand that. Those are some of the best games that are out there. I've watched many people play them. I've watched playthroughs of them on YouTube. Funny enough, watching video games on YouTube. I've watched all that stuff. I know what the story plots are. I know why these are heralded as some of the best games that ever are, ever were, ever potentially might even will be. That doesn't mean that I don't consider myself a gamer, because I don't play the games that you think I should play. I've never played any of the Halos. Whoa, there it is. I've never played Call of Duty. Oh! Again, I've never played any of the Assassin's Creeds. Woo, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? Come on. I don't hear anything. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are just like me. For whatever reason, have not gone into these genres of games. I choose to stay in the place that I like to have a whole lot of fun. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Because although these are some of the best games, and I do own these games, I have not had time to sit down and play them all the way through. I've got other things to do. At any given time, I am currently working on 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 different games at a time between multiple consoles. It just depends on what I have time to sit down and play. How much time do I have? How much time am I given now for my personal free time to sit down and play games, to do the thing that I love to do? I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm not a child anymore. There are actual adult responsibilities that I've got to take care of. For some reason, people think that I'm an adult, right? There's things I've got to do. There's things I don't want to do, but have to get done. Anyways, moving on. I'll tell you about some of the games that I really like to play that maybe some of you people have missed out on. I consider myself a retro gamer. I love the old stuff because that's what I grew up on. I remember going to a KB toy store when I was a child, not able to see up over top of the counter. My mother bought me an NES. It is impressed into my mind. I remember that so vividly. And then I get home and I take the controller out and I put Mario in there. And when it comes on the screen, I am just excited and I don't know what to do. And I'm trying to jump over the first pit and I'm doing this with my hands. Go, Mario, go! Like we all did, right? We all did that. And now, of course, the Nintendo Wii does this for us. And I can do this stuff and everything. And I'm boxing and I'm bowling and I'm, hitting people with swords and all kinds of other nonsense. It's funny the way that games have kind of gone, because it went from us doing this naturally to now we do this because that's what the game tells us to do. So anyways, some of my favorite things, we'll just start off very, very early in the systems. Killer Instinct for the Game Boy. One of the very first Game Boy games that I got with the original big gray brick Game Boy, one of the very first games that I got with that was Killer Instinct. My parents would not buy me Mortal Kombat because of the blood, and because of the fatalities, and because of the killings and the nonsense. But Killer Instinct was okay, right? Anybody that's ever played Killer Instinct on the SNES or now on the Xbox One knows that it's not really that child-friendly. I probably shouldn't have had it, but I did. But it was a wonderful game. It passed a whole lot of time in the back seat of a car on the way to and from grocery stores, on the way to and from vacations, on the way to and from school, or even at school sometimes. Shh, don't tell anybody I did that. DuckTales. Woo! I love DuckTales. Some of my friends right now, some of the same guys that are telling me, some of the people that are telling me that I'm not a gamer, because I've not played Final Fantasy VII and not played Majora's Mask, have not played DuckTales for the Nintendo. Really? Really, guys? DuckTales? How can you not have played DuckTales? I grew up playing DuckTales. I grew up playing this game so much. The songs are embedded into my mind. There's people right now on YouTube doing a cappella versions of the Moon theme that I have got on my iPod in my car right now. Love that stuff. I spent countless hours playing DuckTales. Countless hours. I've got so good at that game before that I could go through hard mode on one life, no problems. Honestly, it's been long enough since I've played it that I'm not near as good as I was anymore, which kind of hurts my soul just a little bit, that I was better when I was 10 years old at DuckTales than I am now. Kind of hurts. Kind of hurts a little bit. Totally Rad. Anybody know this game? Does anybody know this game? Anybody ever played this game? Totally Rad? This game was totally rad. That's really trying to appeal to kids. Totally rad! Oh, it's so awesome, man! Check this stuff out! Even the story, oh, this gnarly dude took my girlfriend away, and this crazy man had some gnarly magic, and he's gonna teach me his awesome ways. It sounds like another Bill and Ted movie, you know what I mean? It's kind of that almost to the point, bad, but bad enough that it's good kind of stuff. It's right in the middle of there. You're this dude trying to save your girlfriend, shooting some kind of magic out of your wrists at people. You get to transform into these different things. One guy has like bouncy shoes, and then one guy can fly. There's one guy that's like a pharaoh. He's got this little fire thing that comes out of his hand. It don't come out very far, but it's pretty strong. But that game is hard. Of course they were hard, just because of replayability value. These things were 30, 40, 50 bucks back in the day. I was a child. I didn't have any money. My parents had to come up with that stuff. And the one game that I got for Christmas or birthday or something like that, you just had to make do with. And you were gonna play that game whether you liked it or not. Whether it was a good game or not. You were gonna play that game because that was the game that you got. Speaking of a game that I got for a Christmas or a birthday, and it's been so long that I don't remember, Journey to Silius. I remember that my brother got me that for either my birthday or Christmas, and I don't remember which one. I know he was a child too, and I know he didn't really have the money, so probably what happened was parents took him to the store and were like, what do you want to get Matt for his birthday? He was probably like, I want to get him that game right there. I want that one right there. That's the one he's going to like, and I want that game right there, and I'm going to give it to him, and he's going to be so happy. The idea that my brother went to the store and picked this out for me was awesome, and I love that. That was great, and it turns out this was an amazing game. This was kind of supposed to be the Terminator game. If you've ever played this, you know what I'm talking about, the very last boss. Kind of like Mega Man stuff, run and gun, you get different guns, huge bosses. It was tough, it was hard. Even after I beat it, I still played the game because it's fun, because it's a wonderful game, and I love that game. Let's move ahead a little bit in time now, okay? Final Fantasy Tactics. Arguably one of the best Final Fantasies to come out to date. I don't know how you feel about that. I love this game. Say you like Final Fantasy games because you enjoy the grind. There's nothing better than this right here. This is all about the grind. I'm going to show you exactly why I enjoy this game as much as I do. There's some more, and there's some more. I don't know how well you could read all that, but there are 21 different character classes. 21 different character classes. And to even obtain some of those character classes, you've got to level up a character in certain other skills. Do you want to be a time mage? Well, you need 4 skills in white mage and 5 skills in black mage before you can even become a time mage. And then you start from scratch from being a time mage. And you've got to start the tree all over to grind to make this character even good. There's secrets in it. There's all kinds of extra stuff at the end of the game that are completely blacked off. And you have no idea where you're moving to. The best weapons, the best items of the game are hidden in this completely blacked off screen that you don't know where you're going. And unless you have a skill to where you find something for each different location that you step on and know where you're going and hope that an enemy doesn't get to it first, you're not even going to get the weapon. There's a boss at the end of those caves that's the hardest boss of the entire game. Forget the last boss. I was able to defeat him in like 3 turns. But this other guy, this last guy, took me about a good 30 minutes worth of playing to even get anything done. Speaking of Final Fantasy Tactics, Game Boy Advance Final Fantasy Tactics. Slightly different system. Slightly different ideas about how it's going about, how you learn different things. You don't just learn things because you've been there long enough. You don't learn things because you require points and you decide to put it into this skill. You have to equip a certain weapon to learn anything. And then you have to have that weapon equipped so long before it even takes hold. Final Fantasy Tactics, yet again, right? I'm currently working on the one for the DS right now. I don't have a case for this game. Amplitude. Has anybody ever played Amplitude? Anybody ever like Rock Band out there? Anybody like Guitar Hero out there? Amplitude did it first. Amplitude did it before any of those other things did. And it did it with the L1, R1, and R2 buttons. So you got to play like this, and it moves tracks like this. So you need to move your little thumb with the directional pad and hit these buttons right, just like Guitar Hero. You don't have this big peripheral that you're playing a fake guitar. It's not like that. It's all in the controller. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. Has anybody ever played Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Arguably the best Castlevania ever made. Every Castlevania since then has been somewhere in the Metroidvania style, which is what that was, which is basically the backtracking. Oh, I need to go over here, and I got a certain item, and now I need to go back over here and do this thing, and now I need to go over here and down here. Oh shit, there's something down here. Then you come back up, and bam, you got to do something else. This was the first 3D Castlevania to do it right. It wasn't great, mind you, but it was a whole lot better than that Nintendo 64 Castlevania that came out. It was worlds better than that. Compelling storyline. It's the first time, spoilers, you actually beat the guy who you think is Dracula, and then he dies, and you think the game's over with, and it turns out you were betrayed by your brother, by your best friend, by this dude, and he leaves and seeks death on you. Death is the final boss. Woo! The game came out in 2003. Don't be too mad that I spoiled it. You had plenty of time. Dark Alliance? Anybody out there like D&D? If you like D&D, you'll like Dark Alliance. Because it's basically the same kind of stuff. You pick between a couple different characters and you roam around. You're either a mage, or you're a dwarf who's a fighter, or you're an archer, or in the later ones, you get to play a barbarian, a cleric, a rogue, a monk, or a necromancer. I mean, even more options. The first game only had 3 characters. It expanded on the original first game, plus it gives you 2 more character classes to play as. Weight of items actually had a carrying capacity. You could only carry so much. There was extra characters to find at the end of the game. Special weapons, creating some of your own weapons. It was a top-down looking around, cave hunting, wolf slaughtering, orc killing, troll bludgeoning, good time. Now we're getting serious. I've got friends that have never played either of these games. And I'm not a gamer. Anyways, if you've never played Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2, I feel sorry for you. That's pretty much just kind of how that is. I don't know how many times I've replayed both of these games. Just recently, I replayed Kingdom Hearts 1. Because it's that good. Because I enjoy it that much. Because the combat is fun. The story is amazing. Say what you want about me, but at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, at the very last scene, where Sora and Kairi are holding hands and the worlds move apart and they break apart hands and that song starts playing, gets me every freaking time. Still gets me every time. Right here. I'm a man. I cry man tears. I don't care what you say about me. I think I just beat it 3 months ago, cried at the ending of it again. Call me what you want. I don't care. Final Fantasy VII's a great game. I get that. Halo's a good game. I get that. I don't play what game ads tell me are good games. I research the stuff mostly, before I invest my money into buying something. That's why my game collection is so small at this point in time right now. Is because I would rather not waste money on something that I'm not going to play. I bought Mass Effect, the first one, not too long ago. Couldn't get into it. Sorry. I know it's a wonderful game. I get that. Not my cup of tea. Don't be mad at me because I don't like what you like. I got this when it came out. I got this the day it came out. Brand new 3DS. The new 3DS. I got that the day that it came out. I am currently working on Majora's Mask. In addition to Final Fantasy Tactics A2, in addition to playing over Castlevania Lament of Innocence, in addition to a Pokemon game right now, in addition to Dark Alliance 1. I'm currently replaying all these games right now at the same time, depending on what I have time to do, depending on what I feel like at the time. I play what I enjoy playing, and that's what makes me a gamer. I play what I enjoy playing, what gets a visceral, real reaction out of me. What allows me to have fun, like when I was a child and I put in DuckTales, or Journey to Silius, or Totally Rad, or playing in the back of the car some Killer Instinct by myself. What makes me a gamer isn't so much about the games that I play even. It's about why I play games. And I play games because they make me feel something. They make me feel something. They take me back to a time that I wish I could relive. They take me back to a feeling that I felt long time ago. Work isn't fun, right? Paying bills isn't fun, right? Mowing your grass, shoveling snow, raking the leaves, going to the grocery store, that's not fun. Playing video games should be fun. If you are not having fun playing whatever Call of Duty, playing whatever Halo, playing whatever Assassin's Creed, if you're not having fun, stop playing. Go get something you enjoy playing and play that. That's why we started. Don't lose grip on that. I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for listening to me. I know this video was kind of long. I apologize. But there was a lot that I wanted to say in that. Eventually, I'll come back and do reviews on some of these games to tell you why they're so good or why I enjoyed them so much. And I'll even critique them to why they weren't that great. This is kind of something I wanted to get off my chest. So I hope it was interesting to you. Hope you enjoyed watching me rant for a little bit, because that's going to be what most of my videos are. Just me going... So thanks again for watching. Please, right down here, like, comment, and subscribe. My Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram. Go check those out. Like me on all those social medias too, please. Help me out. Help me start getting this name out there. Please share everything that I put out there. It really helps me out. Tell your friends about me. Matty 3 Thumbs. Have a good day.